Hey there! Are you looking to learn some new words to help with your tests? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to tackle 25 really useful English words. And don't worry, I'm going to break them down in a way that's super simple, super clear, so they really stick in your head. Ready? Let's jump in.
Okay, so here's our game plan. Just memorizing a long list of words? That's kind of boring, and it doesn't really work. So what we've done is we've grouped all 25 words into 5 simple themes. Trust me, learning them this way is so much easier. We're going to start with our first group, which is all about what happens when things get, well, a little messy.
All right, section 1. This is all about chaos, confusion, and, well, failure. You know those moments when everything just goes wrong? Picture this. Your kitchen after you've tried to cook a huge dinner with pots and pans everywhere. Or maybe a group project that was just a complete disaster. These next words are perfect for talking about those kinds of situations. So our first word is bedlam. Bedlam is just a scene of total, crazy chaos. It's loud, it's confusing. Imagine a store on a huge sale day with people running everywhere. That's bedlam. Then we have barrage. A barrage is when a whole lot of something comes at you all at once really fast. It's like an attack. So you could face a barrage of questions or even a barrage of snowballs. Okay, next up, botch and bluster. To botch a job means you messed it up completely because you were careless. Like if you try to cut your own hair and it looks terrible, you botched it. Now, bluster is totally different. Bluster is when someone talks in a really loud, tough way, but it's all for show. They act like they're going to do something big, but really, they're not. It's just empty, noisy talk.
All right, let's move on to our second group of words. This one is all about describing things. We'll look at words for things that are really fancy, things that are really plain, and even things that are, well, a little bit fake.
And we're starting with 2 words that are complete opposites. First, Baroque. Baroque means something is super, super fancy and detailed. Just think of an old, magnificent European palace with gold and carvings everywhere. So much detail. The opposite of that? Bland. Bland is just boring. No excitement, no flavor. Your food can be bland if it has no spices, and a story can be bland if nothing interesting happens. Okay, now these 2 words are interesting because they're both about faking it. Bombast is when someone uses big, fancy words to sound smart, but they're not really saying anything important. It's all sound, no substance. And then there's bravado. Bravado is faking being brave. You act all tough and confident, but secretly, you're scared to death. That show of fake courage, that's bravado.
Here we go with another great pair of opposites. A bauble is a small, shiny decoration that looks pretty, but it's worthless. Think of a cheap plastic ring from a machine. It's a bauble. Now, the complete opposite is bona fide. If something is bona fide, it is absolutely real. It's the genuine article. A bona fide Picasso is a real Picasso painting, not a copy. A bona fide offer is a serious, real offer.
Okay, enough of the fake and the plain. Let's talk about some happy words. Our next group is all about good feelings, blessings, and things that make life better. These are some really positive words you'll want to start using.
So, we have benediction and boon. They're similar, but a little different. A benediction is a blessing, usually spoken out loud, like at the end of a wedding or a religious service. It's about wishing someone well. A boon, on the other hand, is a thing that is a blessing. It's something really helpful. Having a car in a big city can be a real boon. A great new teacher is a boon for the students.
Now for 2 words that describe amazing feelings. First, bliss. Bliss is not just being happy. It's perfect happiness, total peace and joy. Like that feeling when you're on vacation with absolutely no worries. That's bliss. Then you have bracing. Something that is bracing makes you feel awake, fresh, and full of energy. Think about that feeling when cold wind hits your face on a winter morning. It's sharp, but it wakes you up. That's a bracing feeling.
All right, we've had the good feelings, so now it's time to look at the flip side. This next group of words is for the not-so-great stuff, bad feelings, and some, not-so-nice types of people. First up, bemoan. To bemoan something is basically to complain sadly about it. So you might bemoan having too much homework or bemoan the fact that your favorite show is over. Now, begrudge is a little different. It's about feeling jealous and a little angry when someone gets something good that you feel they don't deserve. You know, like when someone who never studies gets a good grade, you might begrudge them that grade. And this is super important to know about begrudge. It actually has 2 meanings. The first we just talked about is to envy someone. The second meaning is to give something, but you're really not happy about it. You do it unwillingly. For example, you might begrudge paying a fine you don't think you deserved. See the connection? Both meanings are all about that bitter, resentful feeling.
Okay, 2 words for describing people. A bilious person is someone who's just always cranky and bad-tempered. The word is related to bile, a fluid in your stomach, so a good way to remember it is to think of someone who acts like they always have a stomach ache. Then there's benighted. Look at the word, be-nighted. It's like they're stuck in the night or in the dark. It means they're ignorant, that they lack knowledge or understanding.
And here's another awesome pair of opposites for describing people. A bore. A bore is a rude person with terrible manners. You know, someone who talks with their mouth full or tells inappropriate jokes at a dinner party. That's a bore. The exact opposite is a bon vivant. This is a fancy French phrase for someone who really enjoys life's luxuries, great food, expensive wine, traveling. They love the good life.
All right, we're on to our last group. This one is all about actions. We're talking about words for giving commands, giving gifts, and even a couple of physical actions you might see someone do.
Okay, so behest is a very formal word for a command or an order. It's not something your friend gives you, it's something a king or a boss gives you. You act at their behest. Then we have bestow. Bestow means to give, but again, it's very formal and serious. You don't bestow a cookie on someone. A university will bestow a degree on its students. A country will bestow an honor on a hero. It's about giving something important and official. Now this is a fun one, blandishments. Blandishments are the nice, flattering things you say to someone to get them to do what you want. It's persuasion through compliments. So if you tell your mom how amazing her cooking is right before you ask to borrow the car, those compliments are blandishments. It's a little bit sneaky, right? And our last 2 words for today, to blanch and to brandish. To blanch is when your face suddenly turns pale because you are scared or shocked. You can't control it, it just happens. You see a spider and you blanch. To brandish, however, is something you choose to do. It means to wave something around in a threatening way, like a sword or a stick. One is a reaction, the other is an action.
And there you have it, 25 new words. But, you know, just listening to me isn't enough. The only way to really learn these words is to start using them. So, here's your challenge. Pick just one of these words today and try to use it in a sentence. Maybe you'll call something bona fide or talk about the bedlam in the city. Just give it a try. Thanks for joining me, and happy studying.